And for Liz and myself, we want to take you up on a few things. First question I'd like to ask is, did you actually issue and sign that press release on behalf of Plateau elders? Like so what we just
Plateau
read.
elders.
Sorry, Pankshin elders and stakeholders. Did you?
I thought you would welcome me, and I thought you would give an opportunity to greet.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't welcome you. I thought I welcome with all this. Will you welcome to the show, sir?
Thank you.
Yes.
As said, I am Diket Plang from Pankshin Local Government Council, from Fier Ward, former councillor, former chairman, former commissioner, former PA to Governor Dariye, former advisor to Governor Jam, former member Plateau State Assembly, and I was chairman House Committee on Information. I was also an appointee of President Olusegun Obasanjo, representing or coordinating NAPEP programs on the Plateau. I thank you for the opportunity to be here. I would like to make a correction because the agenda we did was not titled What She Said. The title of our paper or the release we made was, I want to read it for you,
yes,
and I can send it to you again. We said World Press Conference by elders and stakeholders of Pankshin Local Government Council area in response to the Plateau State House Assembly press release on present state of insecurity in Plateau State, dated this day, Saturday, 28 August 2021. Because you read that against asking for self-defense. Please, can that be corrected?
Definitely, sir.
And I have gotten so many people bashing on us that we're against self-defense. We never spoke about self-defense. Neither is our title of our paper or our press release had something to do with self-defense. I want everybody to be clear, and you. And that's why I don't know whether our paper was edited somewhere, because there are some contents that some people are saying what we did not say. So I just wanted that to be clear. Okay. Honestly, I signed. What I think would have been corrected is that our title need a little correction. And the correction would have been APC stakeholders, APC elders and stakeholders in Pankshin.
But that was not in your original text.
Yeah, I'm just telling you. Okay. That would, if there's a correction made,
okay,
that would have been the correction.
Okay. So that it won't be a general.
Yeah, it should be general.
Yeah,
yeah. If there's a correction,
yes,
that's a correction that should be made.
Okay, so for listeners to understand what Honorable Diket Plang is saying, what he's saying is that that text should not cover the whole of Pankshin elders. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It should cover APC elders and stakeholders from Pankshin local government.
So if there's any apology that, but your own, wherever you got it, I need a small apology.
Okay.
That's the title.
My apologies, sir.
Thank you so much.
That's what we got. But
yeah. I signed the paper.
Okay.
And I would like to say something a little about this, that APC stakeholders, APC elders and stakeholders, whom Dasun is a member. He's a member of the group. We meet together, we decide for Pankshin. We decide for Pankshin is totally.
If I remember what Dasun even said, he said you were his political member.
Yeah, he's a member of it.
He said that, right?
Yeah, he said it, and I appreciate it. Now, the real message we wanted is this way, and I will give it with an example.
Okay.
We were in this studio, and eventually we see a python, a big snake, enter this room. The first thing to be done by all of us is to rush and kill the snake. We must kill the snake, we must protect ourselves, we must make sure that no damages are done or nobody is sting by the, is it sting or bite by the snake. Now, it is only when we finish killing or ensuring that the snake is out that we come back and ask, who left the door open? Who left the window open? The crisis on the plateau is predated. It's predated. Even within the military era, I remember in 1994, there was the Just Not crisis on the plateau. There was also the Gero riot in Jos South Local Government Council. These things have been there. If you pick the history of Plateau, you will discover that we, the people of Plateau, we've been protecting the land. If you look at the jihad, probably we were able to resist jihad. That's why we are what we are. That's why we still sustain our culture. We still belong to the religion we want. We still have our land. And as usual, we are aware. Everybody will tell you the climate, the geographical scene, the geographical location of Plateau, the natural endowment on the Plateau. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants to be in Plateau. And therefore, if it's a good place, people would want to occupy the place. And I want to assure you, I said it's predated. In the political era, from 1999, Governor Dariye was the governor of the elected governor of this place, of the state. During Dariye's administration, 2001, we had one of the most difficult periods for the administration. The riots here and there. And within the period of Dariye, there was an idea he could not manage. The blame game was on Dariye. And luckily, he said he was not much hurt. He couldn't handle, and so on and so forth. We are blaming. Dariye came after his tenure. Jang, a former governor and a military man by profession, came in. You are all aware of all that took place on the plateau. You are all aware in 2008 or so of the Dogonahawa massacre, where over 200 people were massacred in the night. There was an elderly statesman, a military man was the governor at that time, yet those things happened. And within the period of Jang, there were complaints, he didn't handle it well, it's a bureau issue, and so on and so forth. Now when Jang came in, you remember the title of Jang is Redemption. He's going to redeem. He's coming to redeem us. He could, at the end of the day, the blame game was on him. He could not handle, it was a bureau issue, this and that. Then Lalong came, rescue. He would want to rescue us because we were not redeemed. And today, Lalong is the governor. We've not really attended what we want to attend, the level of peace that we want to attend. As soon as this happens, we are now again fastly on the blame game. I was thinking that we should rush, kill the snake. When we kill the snake, then we come back and ask, what's the window? Who left the window open? Who left the door open? Whose mistake was it that the foreigner came in? But if things happen and we are not cohesive, we are not cohesive in approaching the problem, we'll not get it right. We'll not get it right. I know that we are flesh and blood. Nobody on the plateau, nobody, no human being, no religion, no tribe, no nationality will really tolerate what we saw. It's very unfortunate. You saw how it happened right from the Irigwe tribe. Farmlands are cleared, animals are killed. I've not seen animals are killed. Then the issue of travelers, Then the unfortunate part, people are sleeping in their room. They were wet and matched. University students are killed. People are just stabbed and killed. And you think anybody will be happy? Nobody, even in dream, will be happy. We are saddened. It's becoming very unfortunate. So all of us are saddened. I'm sorry, sir. Now, we feel that if at times like this, we would have loved to see the legislative arm of government, the judiciary, teaming up together. But when we begin to say, hey, I don't think that it is right, and as elders of the party in Pankshin, elders and stakeholders of the party in Pankshin, and because that group that made the press release, our younger brother, our representative, our beloved son is a member, we thought that probably it would have been good for us to have been sensitive issues like this. We are representing the people. You interact with the people before you take sensitive decisions. Because whatever decision you take is binding on us. So honestly, we went to that. Somebody would have said, okay, we would have invited him. It is true, we would have invited him. But if what has been sold out, you needed to tell the world that, oh, probably it's an indoor issue. So I think that is our story. And if you look at our text, because we went through our text, if you look at our text, our own idea is that we need to, Plateau people need to come together in truth and sincerity. You look at the place that we said external influences are in this thing. If all of us on the plateau are not listening to some voices outside, if we're sincere to ourselves, reasoning together, there can be solutions.
Okay, however, capturing number 9 of what was listed in the press release, it is said that the elders denounced the conduct of our legislator representing us in the House of Assembly, Honorable Peter Dashin, who is actually speaking for the House. So we're asking, why are you particular about the person representing Pankshin North in particular, whose position in the House is to speak on behalf of the House, which means that it is a position of the entire House and it's just his job to put it out there to the people?
In addition to that, in addition to what Lisa's asked, Honorable Diket, you were also one time House Committee Chairman of Information.
Yeah.
When you speak on behalf of the House, are you speaking on behalf of yourself and the people you represent, or you're going to be speaking on behalf of the Plateau State House of Assembly who gave you the mandate to speak on behalf of the House? You need to make that very clear.
Who gave me the mandate to be in the House and become either a principal officer? Your first mandate is where you're coming from.
Yeah, but when the House take a position, somebody needs to deliver the position of the House, not about the constituency. If it was something like constitutional review and all that, let me just pose the question. I'm sorry. If when they did the constitutional review, for instance, right, they sent representatives from everywhere. You go back to your people and say this and all of that. Now you have a situation where the House of Assembly took a position based on a general resolution of the House, and then one person is being singled out.
Let me tell you, not one person. Let me tell you, when I was in the House,
Yes.
I told my colleagues that the first privilege to be in the House is to be a member. Whatever happens is Gara. Whatever happens, even if you are a speaker, even if you are a minority leader or majority leader or chief whip, chairman of a committee, Gara, the first assignment is to be a member of the House. You feel they form to represent a constituency. Whatever happened on top is like, yeah, your first loyalty is to your constituents, where you are coming from.
No doubt.
I'm coming, sir, please.
No doubt.
Sir, but I want to tell you,
Yes.
I'm sure that Philip, as he rightly said, is someone I call aside, even when some motions are met that I feel probably would have not been that way. I'm happy that he appreciates me despite his descriptions. I also know that our media, I could even see the leading questions that you were giving my junior brother. But I also know that there should be media peace. There should be reconciliation in our media work. I want to assure you that your first loyalty goes to your constituency.
Okay.
And I was the chairman House Committee on Information. There are communications that I will not take, because any communications that may be contrary to the opinion of my people, I will not take. And please, I just want to tell you, we need to go ahead. We need to be on the same page. What is on us on the plateau goes beyond little arguments. We will need ourselves. He's a young man. He's a young man. He may need me. I may need him. So, can we do reconciliatory media work? It will help. As far as I'm concerned, I want to put it on record.
Yes, please.
You are first of all a member. You fill the form. You contested to be a member. Your loyalty and connectivity is with your constituents. Any other thing is there. Take note.
Yeah, but Honorable, I really appreciate your position, right? And because if it wasn't Honorable, if it was Honorable Dasun that moved that motion, right, on the floor of the House, and said, okay, look, this is it would be a different thing. But this was a house of 24 members. I don't know how many persons sat on that table.
No, we didn't blame only Dasun. We blamed the two of them. We were saying all our representatives are in the house. They should have come back and told us this is what's going to happen.
But aren't you concerned, Honorable Diket?
Don't concentrate on that.
Okay, fine. You mentioned that you are rightly so. I agree. But what do you think it's after a house made up of 24 members? I don't know how many persons sat on that day and took that resolution. We'll get to find out. That it's only Pankshin that is singling out his own representative to call them out in this manner. Aren't you also concerned that you don't have representative from Banking Ladi, you don't have representative from Mango, you don't have representative from Kanki, elders calling out their members for taking such a position, a resolution from the House? Aren't you concerned?
Please.
Yes, sir.
You know one thing?
Yes, please.
Don't set people apart. Don't set people apart. Please. Media work should be reconciliatory. Should be reconciliatory. So please, it should be reconciliatory.
Yeah.
Please, don't set people apart. And I want to assure you, we need ourselves. He needs me. I need him. Whatever may be a divide amongst us, we should be working towards making it right. Are you getting me? For the fact that some people do not go to media, it's a press release from Justice. It's not for me to discuss. You're well aware. I thought you saw it. Where the speaker is, there's a press release there. Am I right? But it's not about those ones. All that we want, can Plateau people sit in a room and find out where there are external entries and talk to ourselves. We may not need to shout it outside. This thing is protected. And each time we like blaming ourselves in the public without solutions. Please, we should promote cohesive approach to issues that I look at them as excellent approaches. think that it can start from somewhere. And I think the elders of Plateau, can I tell you, all of us that sat in that group, the stakeholders from the steps of the Pankshin.
Can you give us the name of those people that decided to play, please?
Members,
With specific names.
Yeah, I will tell you.
Yes.
I will start with Mary H. and Haraji. The Joshua Watlek, former Accountant General. MNR, former chairman, University of Ibadan, and former permanent secretary, is a member over 70 years. The Ezekiel Gomos is a member of the group. Former SSG of the state. Robert Table is a member. Robert Table is the current executive chairman, Local Government Service Commission, Commissioner for Finance, President Serving Commissioner for Finance, Regina Somla, she's in the group. Current Commissioner for Higher Education is a member of she's in the group. The Deputy Chairman, Serving Deputy Chairman of the local government is in the group. The leader of the housing is in the group. The councillors, about 12 councillors in Pankshin Serving are members of the group. The Satyurwa chairman, Plateau State Legion, is in the group. Honorable Lekes Kwarka, former member of the House, is in the group. Philip Dasun is in the group.
It's John Wade, Prof.
Professor John Wade, the DG, is in the group. We normally meet in the Watlek's house in Tudunwada, but because of the curfew and issues, we met at John Wade's house. Otherwise, our meetings are usually in the Joshua Watlek's house. So if you look at we've never ever had an SSG except Ezekiel Gomos. You look at the hierarchy of the people. And I want to tell you something. I'm a public person. I attend programs. This microphone can be very tempting. If I go for a wedding, and you give me microphone to make donations, if I hold this microphone, maybe if I plan to give 10,000, because I'm holding microphone, I may give 20,000. This microphone can be something. And we should be very careful using the microphone.
You can also use this microphone
Yeah.
and give us
Yeah.
100,000.
So what am I saying? I want to tell you, please try as much as possible not to give leading questions.
Okay. Now moving
So
forward.
our question is our job as journalists is to ask the tough questions, right? Is to ask the questions, not leading questions. You just ask the question and then you do the answer.
You are asking.
Lots of people want to know.
Why did they single somebody out?
Okay.
Why was it only you?
Because
You didn't single.
you singled Honorable
No,
Henry Blocks,
no.
and that's
Yeah,
what
they are our
counts.
members.
Yes.
We
That's
send.
what we're
I'm
asking.
coming. We send them. Can I talk about somebody's child? Did I say the child to the place?
Yeah, that's what
Do I know whether that child has contacted his people and they accepted him to say whatever he's saying?
But
I am talking to my own.
Honorable
I'm
Diket, that's
talking
what
to
we're
my own.
asking. That, okay, why
Yeah.
did you single? That's what
They
we're-
are my own.
So
They
it's
are
not
my
wrong
own.
for us to
No,
ask
you were
questions.
saying we singled one person. No, both of them.
Okay.
Because they
Okay,
never proposed.
well, moving forward, because you rightly said that media should be reconciliatory, and of course, let's look at Plateau moving forward. We know that sometimes you have to understand where you're coming from, however, to be able to know where you're going to. And the House members actually sat down and gave, they talked about 8 ultimatums, and some of them they did
8
say
items
the
of
8 items.
resolution.
That's right. Sorry, 8 items, not ultimatum. The ultimatum is 2 weeks. Visiting the affected areas. They also talked about relief materials which was delivered, and of course there was a broadcast that the governor actually made, and of course he should be seen to be with the Plateau people, which of course were beginning to feel his pulse. So we want to understand what was wrong with the stand of the House, because these things that they asked for, the killing should also stop. And visiting the sick in hospital and all that, which the governor started doing, and people became very, very happy. So we want to understand, can you point out some of the issues that they went wrong in?
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like what you are saying. I wouldn't like you to tell the world that the governor is acting according to what they said.
No.
You will not make them united. Please. Please. That's why we don't talk internet to each other. Why can't we have a way of talking to each other? Why do we want to tell glories? Probably where? Probably. I don't. Please. I don't think
This was what Liz was trying to say. Diket, is that what she's saying?
You know what I want to tell you?
Yes.
One, if you want to do good, even to the young men, it's not a worthy one. I mean it.
It's not.
I can't come here.
Yes.
I wish to promote harmonious.
Which is good, which is perfect. It's good for the system. It's absolutely good for the system. But also, when you also try to correct, and it appears people like as I'm sitting down here, sir, I'm seeing a whole lot of messages coming through. People trying to find out, a lot of things. And our job here is to be able to. That's why you're here. You're here to reconcile. You're here to tell the story because a lot of people misconstrue that press statement. A lot of people don't understand how you will issue that kind of statement at the point where Plateau people are being killed and the house is standing and say, "Okay, look, we need to put a stop." And you've given us a history that this is not something that is common to a particular administration. It had the history, and that is good. That's what you're doing, so that you can also be clear. Like the next question I'd like to ask you, sir. Now this is APC. Elders and stakeholders. If another party, right, another people come up and disassociate themselves from what you've also said, and that position held by the APC from Pankshin North is not the position of the entire Pankshin people. That is their own. How do you react to that?
You see, I would want to tell you that APC stakeholders forum that we meet may not encapsulate all APC members too. So if anybody feels otherwise, I can't be angry. This is a group we meet. This is a group we accepted to be one. This is a group we have leadership. And we've accepted to be one. We are talking on behalf of ourselves. Should in case another APC members somewhere that probably do not come for a meeting decide to make a press release, I can't say no to them.
Now we'll be taking your calls coming through in a bit. The number to call is 080-6464-1536. 080-6464-1536. We'll have Honorable Diket Plang here, a former councillor, former chairman, former house member, former commissioner, PA, presidential appointee on NAPEP. On NAPEP. He's in the studio this morning, and we're talking about moving Plateau forward. That's our aim this morning, and of course, so I can also make clarification on the position of the APC elders and other stakeholders from Pankshin following the resolution of the House. I'll be talking about reconciliation after this timeout. You stay tuned. We'll be back with Honorable Diket Plang after this. To get on the show, I like to just warn, right, that please, when you call us on this number, on our studio line, please be decent with your comments. Be respectful with your comments. We will not take any comments that will insult, cast aspersion, or denigrate our guests this morning. Please, we are we respect our guests. I will not use our platform or give our platform to anybody to disrespect our guest, to insult him, or say anything. But because again, we're very open, we're very balanced. We want to, give as many people the opportunity to call in, right, and make your comments. The number to call is 080-6464-1536. I just want to set the rules. If you cast aspersion or insult or try to malign the reputation or the person of our guest this morning, will cut you off immediately once we discover that that's the route you're going. So please, if you have a question, just call in, make your questions as simple as possible, very short. We ask him, he responds to it, and then we'll go to other callers. And the number to call is 080-6464-1536. Before these pick that close calls, Honorable, I'd just like to ask you, between Monday, Tuesday to today is Thursday, have you people met with Honorable Dasun? Have you people, sort out your differences? Have you, moved on? Or you people are waiting for the political big stick to also weld on him? You want to hammer the young man? Or has the young man come to you? Have you people talked? I'd like to find out so that Plateau people will hear where you are now. Or you're still angry with him, or you people have understood yourselves.
Honorable Peter Dasun is our beloved child. I like his contributions at the floor of the House. I also like his commitment to the people of Pankshin North constituency. I wish him a progressive movement in the political arena. I'm happy we met. I was looking on to see my junior brother because I know that we are all flesh and blood, and critical issues like this can easily make us unhappy. We met in the public. He hugged me, I hugged him. I know for the fact that maybe he was a bit rough on me. I could see a lot of remorseness in him, and also myself. Just as I told you, the title was not right, and I also told you that we were necessitated to go public without even calling him indoors.
So you also apologize. You were also wrong.
Well, for
you
not
also were wrong. All the elders from that were wrong not to have called him quietly and asked him if he had misbehaved. Then you can go out and say, okay, look, even after you called him.
I beg you to not to be too fast, please. It's about me and him. So there's great understanding.
Okay.
Our usual meeting.
Yes.
We're supposed to meet today by 12.
Okay.
I told him about the meeting at 9 o'clock. Told about the meeting. He told me he might not be coming, but the decision we've taken, he is okay with the decision.
Okay.
So I think we are looking forward to a robust relationship. He has almost 2 years to hold forth for us. We want it to be more result-oriented. This divides for me. We don't have an issue. I'm his elder brother. I mean, he can, even if he wrongs me, as a senior, I should be able to tell him where I feel bad. And if he feels bad in another, as a result of my own approach, he should tell me. And we should be able to settle it, I and him. I think there's no problem. I wish him the best.
Okay. We'll go to the phone lines in a bit, but he's not here. But I'd also like to give out a few. So maybe you can you speak on his behalf? The next person I want to ask you. Is it possible?
I don't know what the question is.
Okay, the question is, he was one of those who seconded the motion. He was the one who seconded the motion in that meeting that you were part of before the APC stakeholders, where a vote of confidence was passed on the government. Now, a lot of people thought that he became a sellout. Well, why should they have been the one to do that? Was it a wrong thing he did? Or was it a proper thing he did? Or was it, I know you were going to speak as a politician, but look at the issue the way it is.
A politician is a human being. I've not changed my identity as a human being. We are all human beings.
Yes. Was it wrong?
If anybody say that it is wrong, it implies that that person never wanted peace. I think whatever we're doing, we're looking for solutions. If at the end of the day, Philip Dasun feels that it is now okay, he's satisfied, and second, we're supposed to commend him. So for me, it's commendable. It's a meeting of APC as a party with stakeholders. And he's a member of APC, he's a stakeholder in APC. We had a very long discussions, and at the end of the meeting, everybody applauded the governor. Everybody appreciates the effort of the governor. And Philip Dasun also sees what the governor has done. He okays it. Should he be wrong? Must they be apart? Whatever they are doing, I think their desire is for the governor to do the best for the people. And if he realizes, we should appreciate him. Anybody who says he does not appreciate what Philip Dasun does, that he is a sellout, so the desire is that he should be a permanent divide, then you don't mean well for the system. I congratulate him. And I want to tell him that that is what a leader should do. Whenever you think it is okay, it is okay. You don't have to look back and find solutions. So I think I'm okay. All of us were there. Pankshin Constituency was represented. The people he's representing are part of the meeting. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. We'll go on now and take a few calls.
Yeah, like Sam has said, decorum and of course be very, very punchy, straight to the point. Yeah. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
I appreciate you for giving the opportunity to contribute. My name is Mr. Oproda from Pankshin Local Government. I have listened to your interview, your response say this with no reservation.
Please, can you turn down the volume on your radio set, please? Turn down the volume on your radio set.
You said?
Turn down the volume on your radio set.
Turn down the volume on your radio set.
Yes. Can you? I want to say, because you have cautioned us not to pour invectives on the personality in the studio.
Yeah.
I want to say that this meeting was convened without the knowledge and notice of elders and talking of getting elders of Pankshin Local Government. These are all travelers in this political business. Some of us were not consented, were not consulted. We are elders in our right by virtue of our position and by virtue of our age. And we want to distance ourselves totally based on the resolution so carried out.
Okay, but sir, are you an APC elder? Do you belong to the APC party?
Exactly, yes.
What's
yes.
your name?
They decided to sideline people that have brilliant positions. And this is not, it's like the government and the APC member. Why did they come? Why did they? There are so many people like that within the APC, which they selected themselves. If they said APC elders of like men, we would have exonerated them, we would have excused them. But if they were on a political journey, a journey of political relevance, some of them have lost their thoughts with their consequences, and they lost elections willfully. So they want to take a comeback.
Okay.
And then they want to use that platform. I think this is very wrong. I'm going to be wrong. In a trying moment like this, you got to see.
Okay.
All hands must be on them. And it should not be something that people will just come and let your political capital out of it. This is very wrong.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Diket Plang is somebody I know personally. He has my number, I have his number. He has so many other people standing in his number. Why don't you get to decide to tell themselves, few of them? And again, some of them are also beneficiaries of the ignoble rule that produced the APC chairmanship candidate. Different people masterminded the unpopular decision that is being taken.
Okay, let's not get into all of that. So we want to appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling. Thank you taking so much time. Let's keep it very short, please. You will respond to that. Let's just take 2-3 more calls because we're running out of time right now.
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name?
Yes, my name is Pankshin. I'm calling you from the south.
Go ahead.
Pankshin.
I would want to disagree with the guest in the studio. Actually, I am from Pankshin Local Government.
Okay.
What I want to say is that the guest is saying what's in his mind. That's what we've been saying. For someone to have come out to say that Ladon has doing the right thing, I think totally it's against the interest of people of Plateau State.
No, it's his
That's
own opinion.
what we said. If they want to talk, let them, show their interest. Maybe they say they come from Sokoto or Zamfara. But for someone to say he comes from Plateau State and he's sitting down in the studio and said that I'm not going to do the right thing, actually it's not our part. And for that reason, we disown such people in our land. In fact, we don't when I have something like this, in fact, it piqued my imagination whether this person actually comes from Plateau State.
Okay,
thank you
very
much,
much. Thank you, Pankshin. Let's take some more calls. 08064641536 before we get to Honorable Diket. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, what's your name?
This is Patrick from Pankshin.
Patrick from Pankshin.
All the
All right.
Pankshin people are calling
Yeah.
us.
Go ahead.
I want to get in the house. I want to ask this question from the guest. Because Pankshin stakeholders, Plateau State Pankshin stakeholders,
APC stakeholders.
APC stakeholders.
Yes, from Pankshin.
I don't know. Is it Pankshin not always on the board, Pankshin and South? That's
Okay.
the board.
Okay.
Because we have the stakeholder that is called. We have many stakeholders. I'll call it by their names.
Are they APC members? Please, let's be getting it right. Are they APC members? Honorable Diket has told us not the whole of, but APC elders and stakeholders. Okay, Honorable Diket will confirm that. All right, let's go ahead.
We have the Pentagon.
Okay.
We have Chairman of Pankshin Local Government. We have Sisters. We have Dr. Patrick Daku. All of them, they are APC stakeholders. But the name that you called them, all these people are not there.
Dakum is a member. He's there. Dakum is around. Dakum is a member. Dakum comes to our meetings.
What about the TV watch?
He is also there. You could see the screen. I was sitting with the Mechi side by side.
Well, it wasn't an exhaustive list that.
I was sitting with Mechi side by side. If you see the video.
Okay, let's take. I need to take some more calls. Hello, good morning. Yeah.
Good morning. What's your name?
Morning. I am Nehemiah from Pankshin Local.
Okay.
Actually, the whole issue, I noticed there was confusion, in the presentation of the guest. You mentioned some of the name of the PDP chairman as part of the APC Elders Forum of Pankshin, which is confusing.
Which PDP chairman?
Which PDP chairman is that? Which name is that?
You said PDP chairman of Pankshin is part of the forum. You mentioned that.
Deputy chairman of Pankshin. Deputy chairman Sambo. No, deputy chairman of Pankshin Local Government Sambo.
Okay. So, and then also, I want you to make it very clear to listeners, because you're confusing even the presenters by trying to discuss to them what to say, what not to say. Let me speak in clear terms. What actually necessitated this very particular press release? Because I expected that press release was actually done during that carnage. They waited until a speaker made a statement before they now started making comments. I expected that in all these chaos that have been happening in the state, this is a state affair. This is not a Pankshin affair. Why are they trying to confine it to Pankshin issue?
No,
Secondly, I have the opinion that Diket Plang is a very, very prominent, I know him in person. The action they took, there was no proper coordination. Even though they would have made a mistake or even writing the document. That means it was an appropriation, something they're supposed to have done properly. I don't expect the caliber of people involved in that meeting and some kind of characteristic we met in the NDC, those caliber of people that you mentioned, actually they were part of this today. My concern is, elders should be concerned about the peace of the state. Pankshin Local Government has been a very vulnerable state, but it's not the organic press release of such. So, I am of the opinion that next time if they're going to do such a thing, why can't they, if the state appears, why can't they include other elders of the state? We have a big issue on the elders of the state. They have not been talking for many years. People have been killing for many years. But when it comes to the issue of politics and personal interest, that is when they will begin to make.
All right, Nehemiah, thank you very much. Thank you so much, Nehemiah. I'll just take one more. Just one more, and then Honorable Diket will respond to that, and then we can close the show. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. This is Nathaniel Abel
Nathaniel. From where?
from Jersey.
Go ahead, Nathaniel.
Yeah. I want to greet the respondent in the house. Please, I would have loved to know whether being in the House of Assembly, one should consider the problems of his own constituency alone, or that he will be able to, that he will see himself as an individual who has come to contribute to state matters and to address them as such.
Thank you, Nathaniel.
So that, yeah.
Is that all? All right. Thank you so much.
So just answer this so that we can just wrap up the show.
I thank you all for your contributions. I will start with Nathaniel. Once you are a legislator of a house, state house, or national assembly, you can speak on the entire house. A member from Pankshin can speak or bring contributions on Plateau as a whole. So one is not constrained. All that we were saying is that legislative work and legislative representation is an avenue for you to clearly console with your constituents and be on the same page. That's what we're all saying. Nobody here would really tell you that Plateau people were not angry, that people were not sad. We are all sad but can we rearrange the manner we handle our anger? Nehemiah is asking me that next time we should try to involve others. But the cohesion, the ability to begin to think of coming together can start from somewhere. I hope that after these responses, I pray that the people of Plateau, both elders and stakeholders, should be able to now come together and work assiduously to see how we together can approach all these, for me, external attacks. My brother Patrick from Pankshin was asking why there were some people who were not around. Like Diket Plang and Steve Jings and so on. I want to assure you that in politics, you usually find like minds and people of interest grouping. Patrick Dakum is part of this group, very strong member of this group. We'll be meeting together. He comes from Abuja, he sends messages. But probably any other person probably that is not around. I earlier told you that it's not as if, it is the whole Pankshin APC that are here. I said that earlier. But we hope that one day we'll all party faithfuls will be on the same page. Pansha, thank you for your opinion. I told you that if a snake enters a room and all of you are in the room, all that you need to do is you should collectively make sure that the snake is killed. When the snake is killed, you now come back and find out where did the snake get an entrance, and you walk towards sealing that entrance. For me, this is time for reasoning. What has happened, but thank God Almighty, we've been able to, government and the citizenry, we've been able to put an end to what has happened. It's now time for reasoning, where blame game and so on and so on can be taken. I'm aware yesterday I attended a meeting where the chief of defense staff was around, and they gave elaborate opportunity for people to ventilate. But I also know that it should not end there. Yesterday we were told that the Uruguay and the Fulani met, there was discussions. I think after this, it's now time for reasoning. All ideas, all blames, all recommendations, this is time for it now, because we've chased the snake out. Then, co-brother, thank you so much. I don't know, is it Moses? Is it our father's co-brother? Because we have a dad, Daniel co-brother, who was in the house. He was one of the first persons to go to the house. I think we're brothers. I know that as a people, with the future, we'll definitely come together and work together. This 2023 that people are talking about, it's only God who knows those that will reach. We pray that we'll reach. We pray that we'll reach.
That's right.
But it's only God.
That's right.
And God is the owner of the world.
Very
He
true.
decides who will lead us.
Very true.
I want to assure you, there's no any ill intention, apart from the fact that we desire to contribute our quota. Both the young, women, the aged, everybody is important and relevant. Can we agree to come closer? Can we listen? Leadership should listen, because listening matters a lot. Let us not be too angry. It affects nobody. Everybody is affected, one way or the other.
Right.
The economy is affected.
That's right.
So, thank you.
Thank you very much. I mean, if we focus on Pankshin, we'll not leave this to, because there's heavyweights in Pankshin.
Yeah,
former speakers, former commissioners, gubernatorial candidates, senatorial candidates like you. It will be. We'll look at Pankshin politics. I'll call it to look at. We'll look at the dynamics of Pankshin politics ahead of 2023. I'm interested in talking about that.
Yeah.
I hope you come to share your thoughts on that. As someone who is very much an elder in the party, and someone who has also contributed and and all that. Honorable Diket Plang, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
We appreciate you, and thank you for honoring our invitation. We hope to call you again.
Yes.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
Yeah, you have just 1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute.
Honestly, I believe that one day God Almighty will make us people of Pankshin, people of Plateau, to collapse together. Let it be Plateau, not my tribe. Let it be Plateau, not my constituency. Can we have a lowest common multiple?
That's what elders like
yeah,
you should be pushing.
Plateau is a makeup of Lantang, Pankshin, Kankie, Kanam, all. When you are adding them together, we need an LCM. And
Yes.
the LCM is Plateau.
Okay.
May God Almighty help us to be together.
Thank you very much.
And by His grace, all these ills that we'll see, we will see them no more if we come together. Thank you very
But
much.
I know that there's no more impeachment, anything going on underground, whether in the House or the Executive.
No.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Honorable Diket Plang, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Let's see if we're able to hear from Dasun, if you'll be willing to talk to us, just from what you've heard.
Thank you.
If Dasun will just speak to us on this, I think it will be fantastic. So keep your eye on 93.7. Thank you very much. Have a
You're
great day.
welcome.